Hi, I'm Khushbu Bhatia. I'm a software engineer at Snowflake, and I'm excited you are interested in joining our team. We know our interview process can be tough, so we created this video to help you prepare. I'll walk you through practical tips and a mock interview scenario to help you ace your coding interview. Let's dive in. Let's start with the basics. Your interview is going to be a 1-hour Zoom call with an engineer like me. At Snowflake, we use CoderPad for live coding. You can use the programming language you're comfortable with. Just let us know at the beginning. Let's walk through a mock interview scenario to explain what we mean. I'll use C++ today to explain how I would solve the problem. Imagine I have just given you a problem to design and implement a key-value store that supports transactions. Here's a simple framework I recommend: COAST, clarify, outline, approach discussion, solution implementation, and testing. If you are ever struggling during the interview, come back to COAST. Let's walk through what that means. C is for clarify. Before you dive in, make sure you clarify to understand the problem. A common pitfall is to jump straight to the coding. For this problem, some good clarifying questions are: what APIs should the key-value store support? Should there be nested transactions? Now that we have finished clarifying the question, it's time to move to the O in COAST, outline. Make sure to outline your thoughts and talk through your ideas out loud. Let's move on to A, approach discussion. As part of approach discussion, it would be good to lay down the different solution options and weigh the pros and cons of each with the interviewer. For this problem, I see two approaches. One way would be to store a change log of all updates. Another way would be to update the main key value store but store a change log for the rollback. As part of the approach discussion, don't be afraid to ask questions, share your thoughts, and ask for feedback before you start coding. S is for solution implementation, which means it's time to code. Decide on an approach, explain why, and show off your expertise. I'll go with the second approach of updating the main key value store and storing a change log for rollback. Let's start with defining the class. I'll call it key value store. Next, we'll define some data structures. First one would be a structure called update that holds what happens in each operation. Next, we also need a structure for holding the transactions. It's going to need a transaction ID, it's going to need a stack to maintain the change log. Next, we need to define the data structures that sort of define the main class implementation. T is for testing. Let's test it out and make sure to cover all the edge cases. If you're ever struggling, come back to COAST. It will help you coast through the problem. Remember, we are looking for candidates who can solve problems thoughtfully and communicate clearly. Do check out the technical coding tips and practice material and review sample problems. You've got this. Good luck!